This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is...
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Under a minute to go before halftime. Won't go. Harden with the basketball. All tied as we march towards halftime. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Anthony, defended by Kevin Durant. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Anthony, it's Harden to pull down the rebound. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Fellas, Jalen here with your halftime report. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers aren't down by 2. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers are still very much in this matchup. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Assists.
The first half is exactly what coaches want to see from their players offensively. The ball is moving, players are taking great shots, and the assist totals keep going up.
Player of the half.
Kyrie Irving has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers are within striking distance at the half. And that deficit is a negative, of course. But I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Anthony Davis tips it. Incredible. 6 tonight. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Anthony Davis rejects it. Make that 7. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Substitution being made in this one. James to Westbrook. That's rebounded by the Nets. Durant across the timeline. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. LeBron into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Now it's Harden at the controls. To Durant. Driving right to the basket. Count it.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
James into the front court. They trail by 7. To Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores. Strong take.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Durant. LeBron with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Harden has it up the floor. Takes stock of the floor. Nice pass to set things up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Westbrook with the basketball. Down 5. To James.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Durant. Won't go down. LeBron into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. From the painted area, won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes. He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Anthony, they go down to Davis. And the finish, slam dunk.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. AD with the rock to Irving. The drive, right to the basket, straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Kyrie across the timeline. Lead is 2. To Durant. Irving driving right to the basket. To Griffin. Harden. Down low for Griffin with a drop step. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kyrie Irving at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 87% from the line. LBJ has it. To Anthony. Kicks it outside to Anthony. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Carmelo Anthony with a chance at a 4-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Durant with the basketball up top. His team up by 1. Here's Harden down low. James Harden. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To James. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Down low for Aldridge. Goes reverse to lay it in. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Brooklyn with the basketball. Harden shoots. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Irving with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 3 for 6 now.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Westbrook to Anthony. Couple of cracks at the line now.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots, shooting 66% in this contest. First free throw is good. 2 for 2 on that trip. Mills in possession. His guys now down by a point. Easy path to the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Rondo against the Australian. Blake Griffin. Huge block. 8 now.
Blocking so many shots only gives you a perimeter.
Stuffs it down with authority.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
It's James controlling the offense. To Howard. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To James. Superman, Dwight Howard. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And he makes them both. Lakers at the controls right now. LeBron matched up with Durant. To Howard. Rocking the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To James. Slams it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Patty Mills to Aldridge. Shot from the lane won't go. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Lakers have the lead. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
To James. Howard. To Ken Bazemore. Fine to shoot. James. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Rondo into the front court. Leads just a point. James to Howard. LaMarcus Aldridge sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Rondo picked up by Mills. Curling Trailing inside. The screen sets him up for two.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
Mills in possession. His guys down 3. To Aldridge. Griffin. The jumper's off the mark. In the front court comes Rondo. Leads 3. Howard. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, he hits the 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Nets have it. Patty Mills matched up with Howard. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Runner's good there.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Aldridge. Blake Griffin pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Russell Westbrook against Patty Mills. Oh, Russell Westbrook. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
KD for 2. And the rebound corralled by Westbrook. To James. Westbrook. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Russell Westbrook powers it through. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Durant across the timeline. The deficit now up to 12. Westbrook across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. And he draws the contact. LaMarcus Aldridge will go to the line for 2.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Russ at the controls. To James. Here comes the screen. LeBron matched up with Durant. Bradley to James. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Durant with the basketball up top. Down a dozen. Bradley to Davis. To James. Shot clock winding down. LeBron James and scores on the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collected. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Harden with it up top. Trailing by 14. Anthony Davis snatching it out of the air. 9 blocks.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
James, and there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Harden in possession. 14-point deficit. Griffin to Durant. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Anthony. Valued practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up. Durant. Across the timeline comes James. They lead it by 14. To Westbrook. Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Harden.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. To Westbrook. Davis. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Here's James for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Russell Westbrook against KD. To Anthony. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. James to Anthony. Fires the 3. Textbook mellow. Hand in his face. Lets it fly and scores.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Harden to Griffin. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. LBJ. Goes to the left side. To Anthony. Surveys the floor. To Anthony. For 3. Can't connect. It's no good. To Griffin. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Westbrook into the front court. Lead is 12. From the painted area, won't go down. Durant lets it fly and strokes it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Tinseltown is title town again. Los Angeles has won the NBA Finals.